Andrew McCART, IFL TV, in association with MTK Global. Delighted to be joined by the wee man now. You're not the big man now. The wee man, Stephen Ward. How's things, mate?
Aye, mate. It's all good. Just chilling out here, but all good, aye.
I mean, you're out in Dubai there because you've got an exhibition fight against Thor Bjornson, who's one of the world's strongest man. He was the Mountain on the Game of Thrones. And before we talk about the fight itself, man, how's Dubai treating you? How's life over there?
Yeah, it's dead on, mate. It's things are pretty much back to normal over here. Well, as of the minute, the only difference is you have to wear a mask like 24/7. You know, even if you're walking down the street on your own, you have to have a mask on. But that brings as close to normal as I think it can be.
That's definitely good to hear. Definitely good to hear, mate. Well, let's jump straight into the deep end. I mean, you're fighting somebody that's probably twice your size, and you're a big man yourself. I mean, why?
I don't know, mate. I keep asking myself that question. No, listen, the opportunity came up. Initially, I think it was meant to do a bit of sparring and stuff, and it just escalated. And the big man wants to do a few exhibitions before the Eddie Hall fight later on this year. And yeah, he asked me to do it. And I thought, why not? You know, why not? You know, the boxing's taking a bit of a pounding at the minute with this whole coronavirus. So yeah, why not?
I mean, I follow you on Instagram. I've seen that you were in the gym, and Thor was there himself. He was in there. You were sizing each other up, and there was a photo of you two taken together. Like, I know you, Steve. People don't know you're quite a tall, big man yourself. I mean, you're a cruiserweight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you look tiny compared to him. I mean, what was said between the two of you when you were training alongside each other?
Nah, not much. He was dead on and off. Like, he was dead on and off until someone put a video camera on and he like nudged me and he says, "Oh, don't worry, I'll go easy on you because you only weigh 100 kilos," and like started laughing. You know, he's I don't even know what he weighs, like, but he's a big lad. And the thing is, he's in some shape. Like, he's a ripping 6-pack. He's near an 8-pack. You know, he's not fat at all. He's shredded.
Stephen, I've got to say, I know it's an exhibition, but I mean, you know yourself being a big man. If a big man even hits you with 69 gloves on or whatever, you're going to feel it. And an exhibition fight, as a fighter, you know that sometimes when you get hit, sometimes you get that red mist and you start going for it. If the big man hits you, well, a big shot and it rocks you, are you going to go in there and be like, nah, this is a fight now, I'm going to try and take his head off?
100%. Why wouldn't he?
Exactly.
And I think that's what I feel that might happen. You know, I've been in this situation before with exhibitions and test matches and the amateurs, but this lad hasn't. You know, he's never done this before, and I think when he's walking to the ring, there's a crowd here too. You know, there's a crowd coming to this. So when he's walking the ring, and he's got the butterflies and the nerves and the crowds going, you know, I think he's going to try and get stuck in. I genuinely do. I think that's the way it's going to go.
Your mindset, I know, like, I mean, you fought for WBO European titles. I mean, you've been in big fights against Liam Conway as well, but that fight in Belfast where the blood was splitting out your eye and stuff like that. You've been in big fights. How do you get up for this fight then? You know, it's an exhibition. Are you still going into this fight, approaching this fight with the same mentality you do as you went in the Golden Contract, the Conway fight and stuff like that? Are you going with the same mentality?
Honestly, probably not. Probably not. I think it's different. It just feels a wee bit different, but you're still going to get butterflies and all for it. I think the thing is because your man's so big. That's the thing that's keeping me on my toes. He's that big. He's that strong. You know, he holds the world record for the deadlift off the ground. 501 kilos he lifts off the ground. You know,
that's 5 of you.
So, more than 5 of me. It's mad. So I think the thing is, you have to be on your game with this fella because he's going to want to go and look good. Like, he's not going to go and look like a muppet. So I think it's that fear of the unknown because he's that big. If he presses forward, how the hell am I meant to keep a lad like that off me?
You're not.
You know what I mean? But that's the thing. So I think that's keeping me on my toes. That I'm not going to look stupid, and I don't want people to be taking boxing as a piss take either.
Mm.
You know,
that's kind of what I was going to say next. Like, I think the first time I spoke to you, I had an interview with you, you were saying that you don't really like the YouTube fights. You don't like people getting into boxing because it's a dangerous sport that don't really take it serious. Now, again, you took this exhibition, but you said why not? Because it's a big opportunity. But at the same time, you don't want to go in there and disrespect the sport and just dance around for however long it's going to be. You want to go in there and show the sport respect and give it the respect it deserves, don't you?
Yeah, well, not so much dance around. Obviously, movement's going to be my key for this year because your man's just so big. You know that if I stand there in front of him like a blue horse fly, it's stupid because your man's just going to knock a block off me. He's that big. But yeah, all them YouTube fights, I hate that. I see like your man Logan Paul calling boys out. No, calling good fighters out. I think it's just a height of disrespect. The only thing that's slightly different for me, probably not for everyone, but for me, your man's an elite athlete. He was a professional basketballer. He holds the world record, whatever his records are for the strongest man. He's an athlete, and you can get that impression when you're talking to him. He wants to know who he can watch. He wants to know where he can learn. He wants he wants these exhibitions. He's the utmost professional, like, to be fair to him, but I'm not going to go and be made a clown of, like.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Like I said, I watched, I've seen him on Instagram as well, Thor, and he seems to be taking this serious. He's enjoying the sport as well, and I feel like he's going into this exhibition not to treat it as an exhibition, so to speak. He's going in to show boxing, the sport of boxing, the respect it deserves as well. So I think he's going to go in there and at least try and give you a bloody nose or something.
I genuinely think he will, and that as I was saying before, it's the fear of not the fear, but the unknown of me hitting him, and then him getting the red mist and picking me up like Hulk Hogan and going mad. Do you know what I mean?
Like a stone slam or something, yeah.
Aye. So that's the thing. But as I say, it's like I said before, I wasn't too big with these YouTubers and all that. I had no time for them. And then obviously I'm doing this. So for me, it was a bit like calling pot kettle black. But I've seen this different. This isn't a fight. This is an exhibition, initially. He's not going about calling. He's going to fight Eddie Hall, obviously, at the end of it. But he's not going about calling out good fighters like all these other Muppets. Do you know what I mean? Just trying to get a payday. He wants to just be the utmost professional he can. And I genuinely feel like he respects the sport.
Definitely. You mentioned yourself there that there's a crowd there, and I've seen that MTK posted a bit on Instagram that the fight's sold out as well. The event is sold out. So at least you've got a little bit of normality back in Dubai, but you're also fighting in front of a crowd. I mean, some boxers are here in the UK. They've been inside the bubble. They've not fought in front of a crowd the whole of 2020, but you've got that crowd now. I mean, you must feel lucky about that.
Yeah, I'm lucky to even be here, to be honest. I'm grateful that MTK are looking after the fighters as always. This opportunity came up. Yes, okay, it's not a fight, but it's a good opportunity for me as a fighter for exposure and stuff like that. As long as it's like my wife says, I said to my wife, I knock this fella out, I'll be a legend. And then she says to me, what if he knocks you out? And I says, well, still great publicity, isn't it?
Exactly. Aye. At least you can say you've been knocked out by the world's strongest man.
It's a win-win.
Definitely, mate. Definitely. Go back to a little bit more about your career then, Stephen. I know this is an exhibition. It's good to knock off the cobwebs, get in the ring, fight under the lights and stuff like that, do the ring walk. But seriously, when are you hoping to be back out in a more meaningful fight this year? Hopefully this year, is it?
I'd like my next fight to be a meaningful fight. I think that's what everyone needs to be doing these days. I feel that way anyway. Especially the way things are going. Obviously, with the British Boxing Board announcing that February now they're talking for fights and from get announced, and I'd love to be out. Realistic, I think in my head, realistically, I'm thinking it's going to be April. And yeah, it's about sitting down with the management after this wee event on Friday night and seeing what the crack is. Honestly, I don't really worry about that side of things when I'm going to be out next because I know where there is an opportunity, MTK will sort it.
Definitely, I totally agree. Where can people watch this fight, Stephen? If they want to watch it,
I think they're going to show it on a thing called Core Sports. Now the exhibition is on a Friday, but for some reason they show it on a Saturday, so they can probably make me look bad and edit it all. But yeah. So you can watch it on Core Sports, and I think as well closer to 10, there's a few other YouTubes, which will be announced, that you'll be able to watch it on, I think.
Okay, Stephen, before I let you go and you can enjoy a little bit more of Dubai before you start training again, give me a prediction for the fight. You're going to knock this guy out?
I'm going to run like Forrest Gump, and then if he hits me, I'm going to knock him out.
Definitely. There you go. That's a perfect prediction. I'll put that in the bookies, mate. If this bet's in the bookies, if the Sky bet picks this up, I'll put it on. Stephen, as always, it's a pleasure to speak to you, my man. Enjoy your time in Dubai. Stay safe because he is a big lump, so stay safe. Don't get too hurt. And
a beard. I grew a beard because he had a beard, so I thought I'm going to grow a beard.
You look Icelandic, mate. You look like you're from Iceland.
Well, like a native.
Exactly, mate. Two Icelandic warriors going at it. A Viking.
Right, mate. Speak to you soon.
See you soon, brother. See you later, Stephen.